What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Off the Couch Boxing. I am your host, Reckless Rexx Ruger. Watching my back, as always, is the Alexis Arguello puppet. We're back with another banger of an episode. The most amazing and real boxing conversations, they happen right here. Legends, luminaries, world champions, fighters on the come up, all coming here to chop it up with your boy, Reckless Rexx. We got another banger, man. My guest will be in here in a moment. Before he gets in here, let me remind you all to make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. And be sure to like, subscribe, and smash that notification button to stay tapped in to the most amazing boxing content anywhere on planet Earth, bar none. Go check the playlist. Go check the past episodes, man. You do the math. Don't let me decide for you, man. I'll put the content up against anybody, folks. The best conversations anywhere. Period. Get myself all fired up already, and my guest ain't even in here. But definitely when you check out the Facebook page, you will get updates on new episodes, who's going to be on them, when they're dropping, and any other big pertinent boxing news. I will keep you guys in the loop. Fight announcements, fight results, breakdowns, predictions, analysis, viral videos. If it's jumping off in the fight game, I'm throwing it up there, man, and keeping you guys tapped into what's going on in the fight game. What else? I don't know. My guest should be in here in a second. Let me also remind you to go back, as I said, and check out the playlist. Check out the, we're up to 220 some odd episodes right now. Go back, peruse the playlist. There's something there for everybody. As I said before, legends, luminaries, world champs, young up and coming lions. It's all on there, folks. So go sink your teeth into the past episodes. And I think you will enjoy what Off the Couch Boxing does. And speaking of that, let me give a big thank you and a show of gratitude to my viewers, my subscribers, the devoted audience out there, man, that keeps us climbing steadily, slowly sometimes, but still, nevertheless, climbing. And, of course, the biggest thanks and the biggest debt of gratitude goes out to the amazing guests who come on here, man, and grace this show, man. Without them, I'm not able to do any of this. So I'm especially grateful to them. I've had the chance to it blows my mind, the people that have popped up here, man, that I've had the good fortune to be able to talk to. They're all people that I admire and respect for their talents and their abilities. Like I've always said in the past on other episodes, I don't just pull people's names out of a hat. I have guests on here specifically for a reason. I like what they do. They've popped up on my radar. I've followed their career. And therefore, I run them down and have these amazing conversations with them. And you know me, Mr. International, I'll go anywhere. We've been fortunate to have fighters on from the UK, Australia, Ireland, and we're about to have one right now because my guest is here. So let's get down to it and chop it up. Let's go. ANTWAN, what's up, man?
What's up, big dog?
Glad we finally got a chance to do this, man. Thanks for making it happen, man. I appreciate it.
Man, no problem, man. I appreciate it.
Toledo, Ohio. Are you in Jake Paul's neck of the woods?
Jake Paul from Cleveland. I'm actually from Toledo, so that's 2.5 hours away.
Okay. So listen, man. Usually I like to start these things at the beginning, man. For you, man, when did you first get a pair of boxing gloves on?
I went to the gym when I was 11 years old. 11.
Okay. And what was the reason, man? Like who got you into getting in a lot of fights?
Just my dad was a boxer as well. So
okay.
just genetically going because of my DNA.
Yeah. I get that, man. So I get that.
So you typically that's what happened in the boxing world. Somebody or your uncle or somebody used to box. So that's what it was. That was my reason.
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, but you're right about that though. I've done over 220 episodes, man, and I do hear that story quite a bit, man, for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm curious right now, man. Like and correct me if I'm wrong on this, man. So right now you're 35, right?
Yeah, I'm 34.
And now, where do you feel like as an athlete, man, because so much has been made in the past about when an athlete is in their prime. It used to always be correlated with a guy being young. Where do you feel like you are right now?
For me, I had over 100 amateur fights.
Yep.
And I haven't took no damage. I haven't took no damage in the ring as far as in my professional career. Hold on real quick, bro. Hold on, I'm on an interview. I haven't took no physical damage. So right now, for me, my body is, I would say I'm more so like a 28-year-old.
Yeah. So you feel like you're in the midst of your prime right now.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the midst of my prime. Yeah.
And so what's the plan right now, man, at like light heavyweight? So you just had a fight, and congratulations, man. You just picked up a win back in February, man. So what's next?
So I got a nutritionist. I got a manager who's very connected, and like me and her, like we personally like got the best relationship. And so I got a nutritionist, I got a manager, everything working for me. So me and my manager are determined to have decided for me to go back down to super middleweight.
Okay.
So my next fight will be at super middleweight, because now, granted, I'm naturally strong. My father was a bigger guy when he fought. He fought a heavyweight, so I'm naturally strong. So, but in order for me to compete at the highest level at 175, I will have to weight train, because them guys are huge.
Sure.
Them guys they're huge. A lot of them guys, they say, "Oh, I'm walking around at 195." A lot of them guys at 175 walking around at 225 pounds.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
definitely. Yeah, for sure. We saw David Benavidez doing it when he was at 168, walking around at 220.
Right. And so if I walk around during COVID, I got all the way up to 230 pounds. Man, I was looking. I'm talking about like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Like the Tire Man. So it's like the thing is, that's when you know that you walk around at that weight and you trying to get down to a certain weight, is like that's not your weight class you're supposed to be in.
Right.
I'm not supposed to walk around at 220. When your stomach's sitting out here, you're killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because your body not used to that. So, like I said, my natural weight is 168 pounds. I can make 168 pounds.
Okay, and so so where do you feel like is there anybody specifically that you're eyeing at 168, or is that not even to be determined yet?
Man, listen. At my age, like you said, age plays a big factor in all this.
Yeah.
At my age, man, I'm willing to fight anybody right now. Like, so it really don't matter. It's either right now for me is, let's see if I'm who I say I am and who I think I am. That's where I'm at right now.
Right.
So I don't have room to say, like a 23-year-old would say, okay, we can move him generously.
Right.
I don't have that. I don't have that option.
Right. So you want to jump in and have like immediate impact and fight big fights.
Right. And so let me say this. Now I'm at an age where I have to move faster than a 23-year-old, like we just talked about.
Right.
But at the same time, I want to move smart. So if I, like right now, I'm 14th or 14th in the WBA, and the WBA is going to grant me to move my ranking to 168. We already talked to him. So the thing about that is now, do I want an immediate big fight? Yeah, I'm willing to take it. But if I can fight a guy that's going to move my ranking up to get me in the top 10 to 8 or 7, then we'll take that. It's still about moving smart. The boxing game is all about moving smart,
Right. You got to be strategic. Yeah.
Very, very strategic, but I don't want to fight nobody that's not gonna move me. That's not gonna push the needle.
Right.
So I'm all about pushing the needle right now.
And so if you had to, so if you, according to your timeline, when would you feel it's realistic for you to take a stab at a world title at 168? Is it more likely we see it in 2026?
2026 for sure.
Yeah.
2026 for sure. And then we can say, so my next fight, I'm looking to fight either July, early August, then turn around fight in December. So the guys I signed to, they got a guy named he's 18-0, named I can't think of his name. It's Bank something. He's a European guy, 18-0. They guarantee I should be fighting him in December. So like I said, so this fight right here to keep me sharp, get some rest, stay in the gym like I always do, and then fight him in December, and then see where I'm at from December, and hopefully, I'm thinking February, March. Let's do it for maybe for a small WBA belt.
Yeah.
Underneath that, and then go from WBA to a real to the real WBA belt. Fight for the real WBA belt. Depending on how things shake up with Terrence Crawford and Canelo, because like for me, I think them guys at the end of their journey.
Definitely, I would agree with that. Yeah.
After the Terrence Crawford and Canelo fight, I really don't see nothing moving them no more.
No, this is where they make a shitload of money. This is where they make a shitload of money and ride off into the sunset.
Right.
More than likely.
They don't have nothing else to prove.
Yeah.
Like I heard Canelo say that fighting in a different country was something that moved him. This is his last fight. So yeah. I'm thinking like, dang, for you to have fought in front of millions of people before, and millions on pay-per-view, and it's like something that you needed something else to move you, and fighting in a different country was something to move you. And I was saying a lot.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing moving him no more.
Right. Now you're talking about strategic moves. At your age, you sound like you still got plenty of fighting left to do. But have you thought about what life after boxing looks like? Are you interested in staying in the game, i.e., being a promoter or a trainer yourself?
Okay, so let me clarify this.
Okay.
So me, I'm already an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So, and I don't like to speak on my numbers, but last year, and as a businessman, I made over $1 million last year. Okay. So I'm already an entrepreneur. So, but you know what, my something came to me probably about 2-3 months ago. I got younger sons. I got 3 sons, but 2 of them box. I got twins.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Both of them undefeated right now. We ain't keeping track of the record, but both of them, they're 9 years old. The twins are 9. They both got 6 fights apiece. So something came to me, and I was just like, the hardest thing to do is be your son's coach.
Definitely. So, they don't want to listen to us. They don't want to listen to Pops.
Yeah, don't want to listen to Pops. So my closest friend, who we came up in the amateurs together, Robert Mumford Jr., the third, I should say, he coaches them. I'll always assist them. I'll always assist my sons. I'll always be in their corner. Right. But I was thinking about becoming like a promoter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eventually after the game, I can see myself, because like I said, I'm a businessman, and I've been in the ring, and most of these promoters haven't been in the ring.
Good point. Yeah. Oscar, maybe that's it. Yeah.
Oscar. So granted, I can see talent. I know talent from the moment I see it.
Yeah. Entrepreneur. Hey, I like the way you're moving in the entrepreneur. Are you accepting applications?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Honestly, I am.
And can I work remotely from home?
Yeah. Oh, look. So company is called Champion Minds.
Okay.
I own a mental health agency.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I own a mental health agency, and that's one of the things when I'm done I want to get on to also as the end goal of my agency is to help athletes that struggle with mental health, to get them therapy, to get them all type of counseling, because as an athlete you do the same stuff repeatedly, and that alone is worrisome. That
Yeah.
alone
Yeah.
it can be bothered. So yeah, that's my end goal with the mental health
That's
is to
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's the best thing I've heard on one of these interviews in a long time, man. And I've had this conversation with other guys, and it is sad, especially in the boxing world, because obviously every guy doesn't leave the boxing world and have their faculties, man. And there's nothing really for boxers. There's nothing for boxers after their career, really.
Right. At
It's
all.
sad.
At all. And that goes to a lot of boxers have got smarter with the whole boxing thing of leaving the game with your faculty. So
Yeah.
you know they talk about Floyd a lot and how he cherry picked, but the man left with all his money and he can spend his money and live how he want to live.
Absolutely.
You know, so you got to give kudos to Floyd Mayweather for that alone.
Now, have you thought about, at your age right now, have you thought about like a specific number of fights that you want to fight, or a specific age when you'd like to get out of the sport?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. So I give myself 4 more years, and me, I signed a 3-year contract with Gold Star Promoter, Gold Star Promotion.
Okay.
So I was thinking about 12 more fights. About 12 more fights.
Okay.
And like I said, I need the game because of my legacy. Like I said, my dad was a fighter. My dad got killed. So I'm fighting for legacy. I'm not fighting for money.
And now when you say your dad got killed, he didn't get killed in the ring, though.
No, he didn't get killed in the ring.
Okay. I wasn't sure if this was a boxing related death, because we do hear about people dying in the ring.
Yeah, my father got killed outside the ring. He got shot down when I was 5 years old. So
I'm sorry to hear that, man. My condolences. I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. So I'm fighting for legacy. I'm not fighting for money. You know, because if I tell you what I made in boxing, you'll say, "Dang, man!" Like,
yeah. You're doing better on the outside. You're doing better outside the ring.
right. Yeah. Ja open to the cruiserweight champion right now, world champion.
Yep.
I'll send you a screenshot of what he said. I keep them type of screenshots. He said he didn't start making money to his 19th fight.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know, that's crazy. I mean, what are these guys? I know. I mean, you got to be in the game for a minute really to start seeing any dividends.
Right.
That's crazy.
And people don't understand, man, like how hard it is to be a professional boxer, because the money is not on the front end; it's on the back end.
Yeah, you gotta accomplish something. You gotta accomplish something first.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Once you get in that 1%, then you're good. You know, they make it easy for you then.
But I gotta say though, man, going according to your plan and 12 more fights, should you win them all, that puts you at 30-0. That's a nice legacy though. Right.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I said, I went further than my dad. My kids gonna go further than me.
Yeah.
Now, my kids gonna go further than me. And right now I see some of the stuff I was doing at 11 that my uncle showed me how to throw my little 1-2 and show me how to do my little stuff. I see them doing it at 8, 9 years old right now. They're gonna be 20 times better than me. So, like I said, I'm gonna take them further than what I went. So, like I said, people don't understand, man. I'm moving myself. I have moved my own career.
Yeah.
I moved my own career. Every penny, every dollar I had, I done put into my career, and it's not cheap.
And the biggest asset that you'll be to your sons too, though, man, is because obviously, me doing this podcast, it's come up on plenty of episodes. There is obviously a business and a dirty side to the business, man. You can keep them out of that part of it. You know what I mean?
Right. They'll never have to worry about that.
That's a good
dad
asset.
around, they'll never have to worry about that.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest asset to their career, man. Because obviously, it sounds like they're athletically gifted and talented. Obviously, they've gotten that, genetically, like from you and your father, or whatever, man. But learning the business side of it and not getting eaten up by the vultures that are out there, man. That's the big part right there.
Right. And people talk about Devin Haney dad, and he could be a problem at times on the and he just building his son up. That's all he doing.
Right. At the end of the day, he's not doing anything any other father wouldn't do.
Right. So he understands the business side because he watched Floyd, and then you got Ryan Garcia dad. He watches over him, and they watch out for the vultures because, like I said, man, these guys, man, if they see you thirsty, they'll get on over that. They'll take advantage of that.
Yeah. Now, as a boxing fan, man, who are some guys right now who are doing it that you currently like watching?
Man, Terrence Crawford, he my favorite fighter. Ever, but Terrence Crawford. I like Shakur defensively.
Yeah.
Offensively as well too, but I think people sleep on him defensively. Terrence Crawford, man, I love Shakur. I love Bivol.
Yeah.
I love Bivol, man. He bounces around a lot, but he stays right in front of you. So he's kind of entertaining still, fan friendly.
But you mentioned, but you mentioned these are guys you like now, but you said not your all-time favorite. Do you have an all-time favorite fighter?
All-time favorite, James Toney.
Oh, that's my guy. I just had him on a couple weeks ago.
James Toney, man.
It boggles my mind. It still boggles my mind whenever I do one of these interviews and James Toney's face pops up, man. I just can't even believe that he's come on here. You know what I mean? From 160 to heavyweight, the greatest.
Yeah, without question.
And you talk about a guy that can stand in front of you and make you look stupid. That's James Toney, man.
Right in front of you. And bar none, man. Like, he couldn't be in this era right now because he would lose his mind. It would be too many games being played. I think he would have retired.
Yeah, because he's a real one, man. I mean, I had him on here a couple weeks ago, and he talked about, like, back in the day, man, when he was in England, man, he would roll right up to guys swicking doors and hit the intercom and wanted to see them come outside, man. Not to fight. He wanted to make money and fight him in the ring. He just wanted to see if they had that same energy, though. Yeah, I think he did it to Chris Eubanks Sr., and he did it to Nigel Benn.
Yeah.
Neither one of them would come out.
Yeah, they listen. They are legends in their own right. Nigel Benn Sr. and Chris Eubanks Sr. But they wasn't on James Toney level. Toney, Muhammad Ali. James Toney my favorite because I can't say I can do a lot of the things he do, but I got a herky jerky style.
Yeah.
A lot of the little movements he make, I'll try to perfect them. Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah. You're a historian, man.
I'm most definitely a historian, so I'm trying to go all the way back I'm trying to go back to a guy like I like Willie Pett. I like defensive fighters, man. Willie Pett.
And you know what? Doing this podcast, it makes me mad sometimes because you do see guys like Shakur and Richardson Hitchens and these defensive guys. Sometimes sometimes there's a demographic of people out there that will shit on them for not being as exciting. But as you said earlier, those are the guys that are going to get out of the sport and still have their faculties.
Right. Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I mean, there's something to be said for being defensively responsible. There really is.
Yeah. Most definitely. I spent the weekend. I respect Boots too. I never in person and in the gym up close. I never seen a fighter like Boots.
Yeah.
I've been to his gym. I went to his gym for a week straight.
And what was it about it, man? Like, what specifically do you mean that impressed you?
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you just like this. The man went 24 rounds straight, and it looked like he was in the first round for 24 rounds straight.
Looked like he was ready for another 24.
Hey, I'm gonna say now after the 24, he was done. But from the first round to the 24th round, looked like he was in the first round.
Yeah.
And this was sparring against him and Charles Conwell.
Yeah, another amazing fighter, man. You know what, man? I mean, something about Philly, man. Philly has always turned him out, though, man. They really have.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
A lot of amazing fights. So what's the plan for this year, man? So you're talking about fighting over the summer. How active would you like to be the rest of this year? If you had your way, how many more fights would you like to get in?
So it's May now.
Yeah.
About two more.
Okay.
2 more from the end of from the end of my end of my career. Like I said, I want to do 3 or 4 more years. 3 fights a year. I want to say 3 fights, just boom, 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 get them out the way.
And what did you think when your sons expressed interest in fighting, man? Like, were you were you completely for it, or were you skeptical at first?
So,
because obviously you know the business. You know it can be dirty. I mean, encouraging your sons is a slippery slope. I imagine it wasn't a decision you probably took lightly.
Right. So my sons, they play football. They play football and they go to basketball. They play basketball as well. So they don't box all year round. But so for me in my heart, because like I said, I don't force it on them. But when they was born to be fighters.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I know, like I said, the worst thing can happen in boxing is the father-son relationship in boxing. Pressing down on them too much. So I let them go out and have a childhood. So, and I just let them, like I said, they're going to gravitate towards. So I've been sparring them together. They're twins. I've been sparring them together since they've been 2 years old. I got videos at 2 years old sparring.
That must be fun around the house. Competitive, though.
Very competitive. So they got their trophies right now. They fought in Atlanta last week. They got all their little their belts and trophies at the bedside, and one got one more trophy than the other one. So one, like, I got to get another trophy.
But I can say, though, man, I can say as a father and a grandfather myself, though, man, I picked up on what you said there. I like the fact that you want them to come to the sport on their own and you're not forcing it on them,
Right. Because like I said, in my heart, they was born to be fighters. That's what I made them for.
Right.
When me and their mom conceived them, we was already talking about, they're going to be fighters. They're going to do this. They're going to follow after me. They watch me every morning. When they get up on YouTube, they'll watch a video of mine or imagine them doing something that I do in the ring. I see them doing it. They watch me. So I'll practice in the mornings, and then I'll take them to boxing practice when I don't got to fight at 5 o'clock. Like right now, it's about to be 5 there at boxing practice right now. But they'll watch everything I do. Like when I'm leaving out the gym, they'll be watching me. And then they go try to imitate it. So,
and now what about their mom? How does she feel about it? Because I imagine a lot of times, man, a mom is not too stoked at the idea of her son getting punched in the face for a living, or potentially.
Her main thing is for me not to force it on them. That's all.
Yeah.
Other than that, she know that I'm gonna keep them protected, and I ain't gonna never put them in a war that they're not ready for.
Yeah, that's good. So, and so the next fight will be 168 for sure.
Yeah, the next fight is 168 for sure.
So for people that don't understand the rankings, man, how does it work when you go from one weight division to another? Do they automatically rank you like where you were at the weight above?
Yeah. So, like I said, that's depending on your manager, depending on your promoter. If you got a great promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, Al Heyman, Eddie Hearns, they'll make sure that they switch it over. They'll talk to them. Yeah. So my manager, she's very connected. And she already spoke to him and told him that basically I got a nutritionist, and we was just making sure, because like I said, I was walking around heavy. So right now I'm walking around at 190.
Are you at liberties to say who the promoter is?
Yeah, I can say who my promoter is. Her name's Serafina.
Okay. And
Serafina.
And so do you envision yourself staying at 168? Did you foresee at this stage in your career any other weight changes, or will you go to 168 and stay there?
So my goal is, like I said, we want to move the needle as quick as possible 168. Try to get a belt at 68. Try to be the belt at 75. And I'm 6'2.5". So I can easily fight at 190.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
You
can
go
fight
all
at
at the
190.
cruiser. Yeah.
Yeah. So them three within this time span, try to maximize all that we can maximize.
Well, good for you, man. Yeah, and listen, I can tell that you're on your way to the gym or you're on your way to somewhere, man. But I appreciate you hopping on here and doing this with me, man. It really was a pleasure getting to meet and chat with you, man.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. See, man, I'm one of them guys, man. I'm thankful for every opportunity. I ain't one of them guys. And when I get on that stage and you ask and come back, I'm gonna come back again. I'm just a real guy, a real cat.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. And yeah, we're in contact now, man. So as soon as you got a fight announced and it's popping off, man, let me know. We'll come back on and do it again, man.
Right. Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Like I said, man. And the guys that get there and they'll forget about the guys that's trying to come up just like them. So
yeah,
I'll probably even come in. So the thing is, the house I'm at right now, I got a commercial property that's 15,000 square feet. We doing a podcast we've got a smaller garage on the outskirts of the building. And I'm putting a new roof on there. I'm gonna green it all out, put some boxes stuff in behind there, and we're gonna do a podcast. And then I'm gonna do a podcast. Me and my manager, because she's I'll send you her Instagram and Facebook as well, because she'll come on here and she's real down to earth. She's a New York girl.
Yeah, so am I, upstate New York. Yeah, I'm a New Yorker too. Yeah.
Serafina, she just had all the guys at her bar she owns, and she's connected to Dave McWater, Split T, and Top Rank, and all of them, and everybody else. Brian Kellen, who's behind Nigel Ben. He's behind all of them. But Keith Connell, that's what I'm trying to. That's the name I'm trying to say.
I actually started this podcast with my son, and we just started grinding out of the gate, man. And he's got 4 children, so he eventually kind of had to take a hiatus a little bit because he's got a lot on his plate or whatever. So he did the first 160 episodes. Now I'm up over 220. So I've done the last 60. I've just kept it going by myself or whatever, man. But we just, it's just been word of mouth. Like we've just reached out to people and just kept grinding. You know what I mean? But we've had like James Toney, we've had Keyshawn, we've had, we've had a lot of Shushu. We've been blessed to have a lot of great guests on here, man. But
right, she just had Shushu in her bar. She's cool with these guys. Like I'm talking about, not just inviting them on the podcast. She could call them and I can go to camp with them. She cool with Shushu. She cool with all them guys, man. All them guys from down there. Richard Hitson, they were just all in her bar. Nigel Ben. She just did interviews with all of them. Sat down. Terrence Crawford, all of them, man. So they all come in and out of her bar all the time.
That's awesome. So basically, what you're telling me is I'm going to have more competition in the boxing podcast world.
No, we're gonna connect. We're gonna connect. Ain't no competition. Okay. When it comes to us, me and you, we locked in.
Yes, that'd be awesome, and that'd be awesome because a lot of people will come on here and tell me, hey, I got a link to this guy, and this guy, and I'll send them your way, and then it doesn't happen, No,
me, like I said, when I send you, I'm about to send you her information, and I'm gonna tell her to message you. Like I said, me and her relationship is kind of like Jackie Kellen and Tony James. Tony. That's how we.
I was just going to bring up the same thing. I've actually had Jackie on here, and I got to meet her at the Boxing Hall of Fame last year. Man, she's the best. She's awesome. Yeah.
And that's Sarah, my manager, is like this with Jackie.
Yeah.
Literally like this.
Yeah.
That's how she got into the game. It's by Jackie Cullen teaching her the ropes and showing her the ropes. So she talked to her all the time.
And it's nice to see some women break into the sport and crack the sport too. It's really refreshing to see. You know what I mean? Because those are tough women, man. If they can break into this boys' club, it's not easy.
Right. And she's been doing it for 20 years. My manager she may be 40, 43, 44, and she used to box as well. So, like I said, so we all, like we said, we love boxing. It's just not a sport for us. We love boxing.
It's a way of life.
Boxing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love boxing.
Well, let's link up for sure, man. We could share some guests, man. That'd be great, man. I would love to link up, man. Anything you guys can throw my way. I mean, I'd love to talk to Serafina, man. Have her on here, man. Anything she could link me up with, man. I appreciate, man. For sure.
And she the same type of person I am, and I promise you, man. When you talk to her, you're gonna love her, man. You're gonna enjoy her.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, listen, man, when you're a little podcast like this, just starting out and grinding, man, I mean, you appreciate any bone that anybody throws you. You know what I mean?
Right, most definitely.
I just lost your camera. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes, that sounds great. I mean, because all the people that I've ran down so far, it's really just been good old fashioned grinding. Just trying to find them on Instagram, trying to find them on Facebook Messenger, like I found you, waiting for them to get back. Maybe they're in a training camp. Maybe they got a fight coming up. After the fight, we'll link up. It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of exchanging messages. It's a lot of checking back with people.
Right. And on top of that, I was kind of, only thing I was skeptical about was, a lot of these guys, they'll send you an app, right? And they'll say, put your stuff in this app, and then they'll scam you and take your information. So you got to be careful about that. That's the only thing I was worried about. Other than that,
the only reason
that person.
Well, yeah, the only reason that I use Google Meet is because I tried Zoom, I tried Skype, and they just weren't as good as this. Plus, this app right here, Google Meet, I could actually have like you in this room, and I could have about 10 other people, and we would all be in here together, man. You know what I mean? So you could really open it up and really because it was originally made for people that are doing like work seminars, so they could turn the screen around and have a bunch of people on there. You know what I mean? Like in services and stuff like that. So it really is, if you're going to do a podcast, man, it's really a nice platform to use. It really is.
Yeah. So my question to you is, before we leave, who are some of your favorite boxers?
So I grew up really being a huge Oscar fan. You know what I mean? And yes, we caught him with the fishnets. And yes, he didn't have the best. he didn't have a good look there for a little while, man. But he's still one of my guys. I love James Toney. I've had him on a couple times, man. I love Roy. I love Roy. I really love the late great Arturo Gatti. He gave us a lot of great wars, a lot of battles, man. You know what I mean? Like and then a lot of the young up and coming guys I really like. I've had Shushu on a couple times. I love him, man. I've had Keyshawn Davis on. Love him. He's a great young fighter, man. I'm trying to think of some of the other young guys that I've had on, man. I get a lot of pleasure from having the OGs and the legends on, but I really like giving a platform to young up and coming fighters. That's the big thrill for me. You know what I mean? Like getting guys on here that have had like 10, 12 fights, 13 fights. You know what I mean? Like, because those guys will come on and promote themselves, and they're the kind of guys that will remember you like when they're world champions and come back and fuck with you on your podcast. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's that loyalty aspect, man, like where they remember, hey, man, you fucked with me when I was 8-0, 7-0,
No, when nobody believed in them.
Right. I'll come back on and do your podcast. Like Floyd Mayweather always stayed talking to FightHype.com because they got in with him really early on in the game. You know what I mean? And they stayed loyal. They didn't fuck with him. They didn't badmouth him. You know what I mean? And he stayed loyal to them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of it's loyalty, man. A lot of it's loyalty, and I don't try to ask the same cookie cutter questions that most sports interviewers. I try to keep it free form conversation, shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Like I think people respond to that better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I enjoyed this, man. I mean, for real, man. For sure, keep in touch, man, and send Serafina's information my way, man, and hopefully we can exchange some guests, man, and we can do some shit together, man.
I got you, man. I promise you. You.
I appreciate you doing this. Man. Yeah, I appreciate you doing this. I'm a fan, man. I always tell people, I don't just pull people's names out of a hat and just ask them to come on here, man. You're on my radar. I've watched your fights, man. I love what you do, man.
Right, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and we'll talk again soon, my friend. I'm going to let you get on, man, all right?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Good talking to you, Antwan. It's a pleasure, man. Thank you. All right, later, brother. There he goes, folks. Antwan Jones, 18-0, 10 knockouts. Formerly a light heavyweight, now going down to 168, putting the boys down there at super middleweight on notice, man. Big Antwan is coming, man, and ready to make some waves. I hope he does, man. I really fuck with that dude, man. Really like what he does, man. Go tap in, watch some of his fights, man. As I said, 18-0, 10 knockouts, man. He can box, he can bang, he can do it all, man. And just love his entrepreneurial spirit, man. Love the fact that that he's got goals in boxing and an exit strategy, man, and is making strategic, calculated moves. That's the way to move in boxing, young fighters, man. You know what I mean? That's the way to move. Think about your moves, man. think about him before you make him. Think about what they're going to do for you. Obviously, he's talking about going down in weight, but wanting to take fights that are going to, as he said, move the needle, man, and, bring him this way, not keep him level, not drop him down, man. We've only got so many, go-arounds, man. And, at 35 years old, man, he wants to come down to 168, it sounds like, and make immediate impact, man. And he should. Obviously, being highly ranked at light heavyweight, he should be able to go down to super middleweight and make a splash and start getting big fights, man. Certainly deserving, man, and great chopping it up with him, man. Glad I finally got a chance to run him down, man. Toledo, Ohio, stand up, man. Got yourself a good one right there, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to having him back on again, man. So hope you guys enjoyed that episode. As I said earlier, make sure to like and follow Off the Couch Boxing on Facebook. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on this channel to stay tapped in. You know how we do it here. The undisputed, undefeated heavyweight champion of boxing podcast. And good news for you, you too can be a champion. Yes, you can. And your boy Rexx is going to give you the formula right now. All you got to do is keep on watching Off the Couch Boxing and continue to roll with us. Continue to roll with the champs. Peace.